And blessings, family. Sister Ajali, how you doing? You doing okay? I pray that you are, because that is your nature. Just take those steps, fortifying from every aspect of your existence, soul, body, and intellect, and gradually you will find that life, and ever more abundantly, as the Most High has promised everybody. Now, that all said, Megan, I don't hate the woman, though I really don't care for her at all. I don't care for anybody who's going to collude with genociders. And the reason why I say that is because the royal family, they would have inherited the Queen Elizabeth's stranglehold on uranium mines. She is, I do believe she was, the largest owner of uranium mines in the world. And she would know what that stuff is used for. All the folks up at the top, the tippy top, not just the ne'er-do-well, foolishly stupid, rich, common white person, but the satanic elites up there, who the black nobility that they're the ones who call themselves black. They're not, obviously. But they know about Fukushima. They know about nuclear. They co-sign all of its uses to genocide our people, along with co-signing all the other poisons and toxins. Again, I emphasize, there's nothing on the level of man-made radiation. That's why they hide it so completely. Where if you reveal this just ferocious contamination of it, you are doing so under penalty of death if you are signed up with these folks. So anyway, and so they know, and there's all sorts of heinous things that these folks have done. Now, that's why, for me personally, how could you go along with genociders? And the reason why I call Megan a royal pain in the biracial is because she knows about all of this, but she's being used like biracials are used. I don't hate biracials. Only those who participate in our oppression, which is going to genocide the entire planet. Those are the ones who I particularly just can't stand. But I spoke on beautiful Irene Cara, who was an elegant lady. I can't believe she's gone still. She just, some of people who are just like forever young in your mind. And she definitely was, and always very elegant in her, just the way that she depicted herself. And so I don't just single out biracials as a group, but they'll single us out. Not all of them, not all of them. There are biracials who've recognized the dynamics of black versus white. I should say white versus black, because we be good all by ourselves, all right? But they never stop. And that's the reason for Megan, where I thought originally she was going to be shipped to Africa, but I guess she's scared to death of Africa, because when she went there with, what do you call it, Hamza evil eye thing, which is supposed to, turn away curses, and I've never seen her wear it again. And since she left Africa. But no, it's not for Africa. It seems like it's for the unentitled snakes of America and us residents here. And there's so much that my king has taught me about us also. Having been Aboriginals here too. So I have more to learn before I, just sort of take all of that in. But I already have. I'm just, it's new knowledge for me. And I just like with Fukushima, a lot of people who show up and you don't know what I'm talking about. Here, I've even managed to put together a little bit of a playlist to replace the gigantic one, the historical one that they thug removed. Now, that said, Megan's here. Megan's here. And she's been blacking it up lately with everybody but her extended black family. Where are they, Megan? Where are they? They had Doria show up on her podcast. What's it called? Archetype. And then she had black women, a couple of them up there, and I'm sure she'll have more of them, but probably Doria is the only one who she can actually relate to. Megan ain't gonna be hanging out with any of those black women unless they're exactly the mindset that you'll find in the Biden administration's bevy of out of their minds black-like women who are either in a heterosexual or homosexual relationship with a white person. Like Serena Williams. Megan hangs out with Serena. That's because Serena's bowed down. Because Megan ain't never come out and said, oh yes, I'm a black woman, and she never will. That is something that will never come from her at all, ever. And you know that because, you know me, I can wear this. I could wear these earrings and no, it's 100% true all the way through. Ain't no, never, no, I ain't even got makeup in the house. Alright? I'm not saying I'm against makeup, but I just love being able to be at peace and one with exactly what I was intended to be and made to be by the creator of everything. My little tiny super thin eyebrows today? Yeah, okay, they're all right. I love your little super thin eyebrows. She'll never be able to say that with that super fake hair up on her head and all the plastic surgery, and her having the nerve to have said she was an ugly duckling. I'm not saying, trust me, super black, that's what I love, all right? But I am just absolutely appalled because to me, she was a heck of a lot better looking as a little girl, but when you feel ugly, you tend to radiate that out in the way that you interact and even in the way you look, because I've seen it in myself. When I was young, I thought I was the ugliest girl ever. And when I look at pictures of myself, I'm like, yep, that was that ugly girl. But now that I love being black, that I wish, I'm like, oh my goodness, please give me some more blackness. Now I look in the mirror and I'm like, what happened? What happened? Girl, you look good. That'll never come from Megan. That'll never come from her. She'll never empower us. So they come in her and her, owner, Harry, who'll never say, I love you with your natural hair. That's not the point of whiteism, for us to love ourselves naturally, right? And so he'll never say to her, I wish you would stop processing your hair because it's been found out that caustic chemical is seeping in through your cranium into your gray matter of your brain, right? And she's all like, she just sliced up and diced up and she'll never wake up. That's the sum total of it. I think that I said all I need to say about her because I don't pay attention to the details of her life. She's just utterly kept a slave. That's the slave. But it is, I do want to say, it is instructional that you will never see, as much as she tried to be sort of, like tight outfits on all the time when she was on that TV show that I don't know what two people watch, Shirts, and she dumped her fiance to get with Harry right away because she is part of their plan to beguile black you and me into thinking, oh yes, they're so wonderful in this whole, anti-racism award. They use their awards in order to tell us this is what you should be paying attention to. I'm telling you, whiteism has lost. It's lost, okay? I just remembered also, the creamy crack, there are class action lawsuits being waged to get remediation for the damage that these suckers are causing. Yet you've got someone, a royal person is supposed to represent the strength and the vitality of that body's nation. That's not Meghan, okay? And she ain't there to represent black people. She's there to just be a gatekeeper, be a handler for us. And so that gets me back to how to read what they do. You're not going to see her wearing what you'll see Beyonce even wearing. What you'll see them trying to encourage, like, it's like under boob, side boob. It just, even simple cleavage is more than you'll ever see on these persons. They're so desperate for attention that they're out there all doing, curls and showing off their arms because that's all they can show off in order to keep everybody awed by them. I'm talking about the expanse of the royal, enclaves all throughout Europe. They have to steadily keep us as the focus of our attention, and that's what Meghan is meant to do. So use her as a great hurrah that we're done. We're done. As a matter of fact, let me read this other headline. Harry and Meghan's Netflix bombshell trailers have been viewed 7 million times on YouTube, attracting 22,000 likes, but more than 400,000 dislikes. And I bet you that's even manipulated. People are not interested, even in the UK. Was it the new King Charles? He's been egged twice, right? These are antiquated systems of control that they're still doing their best to try to, like, using China also as part of this. They're only pretending that they're against China when China's been over the top with the Uyghurs and the Tibetans for the longest time. They're only pretending in Trudeau. Don't believe the hype of Trudeau that now all of a sudden he gives a damn. No, that's because Xi Jinping handed him his balls and he's got to look like he's still, got a photo of him down there in his underwear. So, yes, it's a rout. It's over. We're done. We got to keep waking up. Definitely. You need this. I know when people are on the road to understanding the totality of what I'm sharing. And that's when my king will let me know first thing in the morning, oh, we got another sale, because the ebook on 25,000 year cycle is $20. When you have read the contents, that you go to the Amazon site, you will not see anybody saying, oh my goodness, this book is just so expensive. Okay, because you go to the doctor and you find out your copay is $50 and you're like, wow, what a bargain. This is what your doctor would share with you if he really wanted to heal you, because radiation causes 3,000 autoimmune dysfunctions that lead to death, to mutations, to the eradication of whole species. Just go on the West Coast and look for the starfish. Take some pictures. Let me know if you find some, okay? I'm serious. That's my challenge to you. Yeah, don't step into the water, though. I don't know how cold or warm it is. I'm talking about the radiation. That's always hot on a subatomic level, all right? So you need this, and you're going to have a whole lot of fun with these, okay? All right. It's okay to be loved. Do not doubt that you are the most magnificent, the most lovable people in existence, and the most dedicated to the truth. Do the research and you'll find out I ain't never lied to you. Peace and blessings, family. Straight black family pride, and we are forever.